What's Bobino? Yeah, I was just watching MREC, and I guess he had some people call in. He had some callers call in. They talked about Fat Joe. Um, they had some type of paperwork up there. They talking about he is something with the nasty boys in the Bronx. You know, in the new day and age of slander and slang, because this is what people do. Um, Me per se, growing up in the era, to know a graffiti artist doesn't make you a part of their personal conspiracy. It really doesn't. I know a bunch of graffiti artists. That doesn't mean that whatever crimes that they committed in their lifetime, because I may know him, or we may have wrote or hit the trains or hit walls, does not mean that we are a crime syndicate with Spapino. This is a special report right here. So then you can't start because it's nothing to doctor up legal documents nowadays. Guys are smart. Guys got access. If individuals they got access to cell phones in some of these spots. You got dudes that do law work that know how to make paperwork. You got dudes that's paralegals in these penitentiaries. Some basically, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I never heard of Fat Joe telling on the Nasty Boys. I heard any other thing. They say Fat Joe this, Fat Joe that, but I've never heard that. And this one might be hard for me to believe because when you say Hunts Point, right? We're talking about Bryant Ave and Seneca. That's the block that they was on in that area. Now, if you're paying attention, I want you guys to Google this. When you mentioned the Nasty Boys, and I heard the caller, he never mentioned the Bryant Ave Boys, in which that was one of the major wars that allegedly they went through that actually made the Fed snatch them up for their case, the Nasty Boys. So I'm sitting here listening, going, "Oh boy!" But you're not mentioning DD in them allegedly. You're not mentioning the actual one of the reasons why some of them got natural life in the Fed. You know what I'm saying? Because the war that one of the main wars that they had was with the Bryant Ave boys. That was on Bryant Ave. You know what I'm saying? So now when I sit here and I go, "Damn, son, Hunts Point by Bruckner, Bryan Ave, Seneca, the Hill Hole. It was a Hill Hole. At one point in time, the Nasty Boys was getting money with the Bryan Ave boys, and he broke loose. You know what I'm saying? Deputy salute. I can't tell you about four spots. I can't tell you about all the other spots he was at. I could just say for what I remember. I never heard him being involved with that Nasty Boys case. Because when they snatched the boys up, a little time after that, they snatched up the Bryan Ave boys. That whole little section of the Bronx was getting Fed charges. I was reading one of them on my show last night. But if I would have read the whole document, it would have mentioned a situation with the Nasty Boys. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird that doing this. It's weird that doing this time of slander and slang and dirt that people throw on people's name that somebody that's sitting in the penitentiary for the last at least 20 something years. Because they caught their case like in 9-5, 9-4, 9-5, have finally decided to come and send something to somebody and he put it out there and whatever they had to say what Fat Joe said. Now let me tell you something about slander and slang. Back then, I don't care how much you told, if there was a homicide, you was going to jail for the homicide. That's how the game went. So I need more. I don't want to see a doctored up. I don't want to see I need to because when I'm listening to the callers, wait a minute, the nasty boys, y'all could go, y'all, you guys can Google this. Brian Ave boys. They will put up the beef, the issues. And one of the major wars that the nasty boys had was with the Brian Ave boys. So if you was at Hunts Point, then you would have knew that in a conversation like, yeah, the nasty boys' son used to make graffiti. He was getting money with such and such, and then they broke apart, and that's when they went to war. You hear me? You talk about something that made you, huh? During this time, though, Fat Joe owned a clothes store. He owned a club. So I mean, I never heard the feds went up in this spot, even when he had Flojo. Maybe Joe was right, man. Jealous one's envy, man. Dude see you doing good, see, you know what I'm saying? Just because you know somebody, man. That be the problem. Dudes be knowing dudes. I know a bunch of graffiti writers that got money in the real world. But it doesn't make him, come on, man. Like, wow, you want to give him a homicide? He ain't never lied what he said for his birthday. You want to give Fat Joe a body? You want to say this about him? But this one I can't go with because I was around the competition just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never hear Fat Joe name come up. Even in the competition, right? Even in competition, they'd be like, yeah, Fat Joe's a rat. Nobody never said that about him, man. Bendito, man. You know what I'm saying? Now his man's might have been running with them, or who knows, get involved. Because what y'all for to realize, right? What y'all think, dudes, a lot of guys get caught up in cases. They're not really down with these crews. I might be somebody that just I know you my man. You hit me off sometime. When you know what I'm saying? Or we club together. But basically I'm AKA security. You know what I'm saying? Or so a lot of times when you see these cases, a lot of these dudes don't even be involved like that with each other. You know how many people got 50 co-defendants and 30? And my man Rashid Rice, he wasn't down with the Wild Cowboys, but he got a case with the Wild Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't down with them. Yeah, bro. Because the paperwork, remember, legal nowadays, you gotta really take when somebody give you a legal document now, you gotta take it to a lawyer. Is this real? Because you got people that sit around and this is what they do. And sometimes it's an extortion plot. We don't know what the plot's around it. Sometimes you don't know what okay, you think it's a game, you ain't trying to set nothing. Now, here, push. You know what I'm saying? What dudes do, man. Fat Joe's in a position in his career where he's become a media guy. So dudes know he's getting to the bag for real now without rapping. Okay, we can't use you know what I'm saying? We can't use all the craziness, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? As I tell dudes, go bring it to a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Dudes sit on it because that's what dudes do. They go, yo, I'm gonna have a couple of bloggers, yo, so you think it's a game, I'm gonna have them expose you. And it's like, come on, bro. But that one, never heard. Never heard. Now, somebody please jump in my chat that's my age and never heard that he was anything involved with the Nasty Boys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course he probably knew him. But remember, Fat Joe owned clubs and sneaker stores. Fat Joe know a lot of people. But nah, I never heard that one. Seriously, you know what I'm saying? And it's not because he's Puerto Rican, I'm being selective about my rats. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But he's not, I can't put that on Joe's name, man. That one, you're gonna need a lawyer to sit. Go to a lawyer down low. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to a lawyer, and when you go to that lawyer, I want a lawyer to say that's a real legal document and not something somebody pressed up in the law library. Come on, man. It's not you know what I'm saying? You got people that's because once you got so many people that's become playing with these court papers, you don't know what's real, bro. Word, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the chat, everybody here, man. I don't feel that way, man. Never heard that before. See, it had to do with being outside. I just happened to be around the alleged competition. You know what I'm saying? They never mentioned Fat Joe in any of the beefs, any of the issues, nothing that was going on Bryan and Seneca. Because that's what I want you to Google this. Google Bryan Ave boys. The block was Bryan Ave and Seneca, right by the Bruckner, off the Bruckner. Google this. They're gonna say nasty boys are going to war with boom over boom, and this happened, that happened. He got killed. So the majority of the real case is surrounded around Brian Ad boys, the nasty boys. I won't say all of everything, but a lot of it. So now Fat Joe never came up in that. If it's real, it's easy. The doctor up a legal document. It's easy. It's easy to doc up. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm saying. looking for the truth. When it comes to that legal document stuff, for some dudes, you gotta say, yo, man, I want a lawyer, a real lawyer to tell me that's a legal document. You gotta do that nowadays, bro. You gotta do that, man. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. After 30 years, this guy's been in jail for over 20 something years. Yeah, that's his government, but it doesn't mean the document is a legal document. Dudes press up fake paperwork. That's been going on for the last 20 years. That's why I have to contest that. Because when I heard the guy on the phone that was telling the story, he never mentioned what? Huh? Who? Oh, from graffiti, boom, boom, boom. Huh? The nasty boy. Google. Go back to MREX show. No disrespect to MREX. He's just doing his journalism, right? But go back to what the Duke's guy said on the phone, and you Google nasty boys and go, what is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? Those dudes was getting money and was catching homicides. There's no way that Fat Joe got away from homicides. Don't listen. Know what I'm saying? That situation was for real. There's guys on both sides of the fence that's doing a million years in the fence, bro. When they locked the nasty boys up, they locked up them. They locked up Brian Ave boys. They locked up the Wild Cowboys. The difference with the Wild Cowboys is they caught a state case. Everybody else caught fed cases in the Bronx. That's when the Bronx was hot. This is the early '90s. The Wild Cowboys just didn't. It's just that with the Wild Cowboys, they caught. Yeah, son, you're right. Make sure you hit. You never lie. The damage is done, bro. The damage is done, and this is what dudes do, man. Peace, beloved. But this is what dudes do. They throw something out there, and then people are like, oh, he's a rat too. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't do that, man. Like, come on, bro. Nobody in 30 years never heard that he was involved with that nasty boy situation. Nothing at all. Never, never. So you tell me the only person that had that public record was the person that was locked up? So you tell me out of all these individuals that's locked up in the feds, they got triple life, not one ever tried to put an appeal in. Actually, and since they went to trial, y'all should be able to go on what they call that Pion or that thing that Crown Courts is going on, and y'all should be able to get that paperwork because it's public information. Shout out to Court TV. Do you find something legal to do? This is why we're not trying to recycle crime no more. Hunch Point was wild back then. See, when you had to hear the story, that's what I mean. I'm trying to be the street dictionary. I just was outside and I was around certain things and just sitting here just remembering being around certain things, understanding the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Now, somebody might go, well, what the Brian Air boys had to do with the conversation? If you listen what the guy was saying about the homicides and dudes got forever in a day, most of those guys got those situations because of the situation with the war with the Brian Ave boys. Harlem Double. Can you please hit the Google for them? It says nothing about Fat Joe. That was a Hunts Point situation. Had nothing to do with Forrest. Dudes was not writing graffiti no more. You know what I'm saying? I mean? Yeah, 183rd always been crazy. 183rd, Crescent, Davidson, all that's been wild. Um, University, all that Andrews, all that East Side, West Side, Bronx thing has always been crazy. Like dudes wasn't going that far. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the notorious killers and stick 'em kids come up from that. A lot of those names, just you know what I'm saying. When you go further up in the Bronx, even from Webster, the Bolden family and all that, from Wash and all that, the Nines and all that is real blocks. You know what I'm saying? Eat war was shout out to my man Guap. You know what I'm saying? Guap home. Guap. The real Guap is back on the block. You heard? Them blocks is dangerous, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, if it's real, but that's what I said. Nah, bro, he didn't do that because that would have been something that dudes because you got to think about what bias was he telling on. But read their case. Listen, that's why dudes wasn't putting it out because individuals don't know how to articulate the story. Read their case, the Nasty Boys. Y'all can Google this. I wish I had another phone on me, bro. Google their case. What was their beef? They went to war with the Brian Ad boys over such and such. He got killed. He got killed allegedly. He got killed. He got killed. So what? The hit for hire had to been boom, and he got the story all the way fucked up, and that story's mixed up, bro. If we want to talk about the story for the hit for hire, or he knew about a hit for hire and boom, boom, boom. Come on, man. He didn't have Fat Joe. Fat Joe, he did at least a dime for that in the Feds. He had nothing to do with that, man. This is this is real talk, man. He had nothing to do with that, man. He had nothing to do with their case. Nothing to do with it all. Just because he wrote graffiti with somebody, just because he might have popped bottles at Jimmy's Cafe with somebody, just because he might have popped up at the Culture Club on 86th Street or the Steakhouse, you know what I'm saying? Does not mean that y'all getting millions of dollars together, bro. Nah, son, these dudes are sitting in the feds. Dudes is aggy, bro. Dude just mad, man. And he's being the extortion attempts. All right, I know we do. We mess with it. You know what I'm saying? We see he getting that bag. He don't want to send no packages, no money. Dudes is bitter, man. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes that was getting that had it that don't have it no more. They sitting in jail. They twisted. You got dudes that sitting in them spots that's twisted. They see Joe living. Joe running around. Yo, he made it out. But Joe was making it out when they was out. That's the part. That's what I mean about you got to watch the dudes that you around. It wasn't like Joe blew up because of hip hop. Joe when Joe had his store, when Joe was doing the club, he was only getting paid $400 or $500 a show. You know what I'm saying? He had to build up his resume to get to the point where he was getting 10, 20,000, 40,000. Come on, man. Shout out, rest in peace, Chris Lighty, man. Because now it's getting silly now. Now y'all putting dudes in dudes cases and yo that come on man, we don't do that, man. That is whack. That is whack, bro. That is whack, man. Come on, man. Cause I never heard that. And my block per se on my block. Shout out to Hilltop 99 from Lex. Allegedly, one of the Brian Ad boys' family members lived on my block. They never said, "Yo, f Joe." If Joe come through, it is what it is. He see Joe in the club. So even so, y'all saying he knew somebody that smoked something. That's. Come on, man. His name would be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let a lawyer see it, bro. Anybody. Listen, you know how many paralegals they are? You know what I'm saying? Do you know how many paralegals? Do you know how many paralegals they are that can doctor up this ill paperwork, man? That's why I don't. It ain't that I need to see real paperwork. It's just that if that's public record. That's about somebody's case. Whoever case that is, Google their name and see if they put in for an appeal. If they put in for appeal, Fat Joe's name would be in their appeal, bro. It would be yeah, such and such, boom, da. He cooperated, da, such and such smoked him, or they'll mention the crime that they're saying that Fat Joe told on. Nah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you from being, I never heard that before. It's not because I'm a special ed nigga. I should be around the competition. You understand what I'm saying? I was around the competition, bro. So the competition never mentioned Fat Joe, even when DT was on the run. No, Ron was his brother was on the run from DR, and they tried to, you know what I'm saying? They never mentioned that about yo, watch out for Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? He's telling. My block, actually, to be honest with you, dudes on my block used to promote, like help promote his club that was in the Bronx. Like that conversation never came up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Debbie, shout out to Roski. Roski's in the building. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But definitely shout out to Rosky Productions. Rosky Productions in the building. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to his channel. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I respect just somebody give you some paperwork, that's content. Yo, here, take it, go. But a lot of dudes that got it, they know they would have been had that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A lot of other stuff that Fat Joe did, I can't put you know what I'm saying? I never heard that. You gotta think about this. In the early 90s, when I heard Fat Joe's name, it was all hip hop. He was heavy trying to blow in hip hop. Going to the, you know what I'm saying? He was really doing his hip hop thing. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you what was going on the sidelines. Even after those guys got locked up, you know what I'm saying? Even after those guys got locked up, nobody ever said nothing, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And I respect what you're saying. But like I said, it has to be a legal court document. And nowadays, everybody named mother is a paralegal. You know what I'm saying? It's not too hard to doctor up some paper. Okay, just go. You know what I'm saying? And you know, worst come to worst, you don't want to pay no punk dues, then get him out of here, man. Sometimes that be the extortion plot. Dudes hit you up, yo, I got this paperwork on you. I'm gonna pass this around. That's what dudes do. They get it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just need to see a real legal document mentioning the situation in the person's case. Because I know I'm pretty sure somebody who got triple life in the feds then put in the appeal. You know what I'm saying? And at least the crime would be in that appeal. Yo, such and such, they said, oh, they hit, this is who I hit. You know what I'm saying? Was it a bad war on Brian Ave? Of course it was. It was a disgusting war. It was friends that turned to foes. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Read the paperwork. If you read the paperwork, it's telling you the case. Do I gotta tell you a name that's probably in it? Ronald Acasio, Titi Acasio. Those names is probably in the whole paperwork. If you got the paperwork, you know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Google this. Just Google this. Do me a favor. Actually, Rosky, you my guy. Google Nasty Boys, Blind Ad Boys. See what come up. That's the majority. This is what brought the feds upon them was their war with each other, allegedly. Read the paperwork, and you read this and go, whoa, whoa! You never mentioned the Blind Ad Boys on Seneca. Oh, wait a minute. It wasn't just they locked up the Nasty Boys; they locked up the Blind Ad Boys too. Because they was good. They was it was a bad situation between both sides, Bose. I remember that. You understand what I'm saying? See, I get it. A lot of people say Zeke don't know nobody. I get it. Yo, Zeke's a nobody. I get it. Listen. I get it. But I happen to be outside around the right individuals. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Dudes got time, man. Dudes got time on their hands. All you gotta do is Google Nasty Boys. It's gonna tell you what it was. I told you the block. Brian Ave Seneca. It's probably down the block. Actually, one of the guys that actually told in that case was some. If you Google a little bit more, there was this big head Spanish guy. He got caught up in some situation, and he winds up telling on like 4 or 5 good dudes. Actually, for a hit. But it wasn't Fat Joe. It was some fat guy that lived by like 163rd or something. He was getting money. He was running with the Brian Ave Boys or the Nasty Boys. J Money Badges in the building, man. Like I told you, I'm not here to fight. I just never heard it. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I never heard it from somebody special. I hung around the alleged competition. You know what I'm saying? So believe me, if Fat Joe would have one of his best friends would have been one of the hitters, in a situation. Even though y'all say he told Fat Joe would have been the target because they didn't lock up all the Brian Ave boys. They just had Titi. They didn't have Ronald. J.E. Moneybags is popping, man. Sorry to say, I happen to be around them. You know what I'm saying? It would have made sense for Sugar Hill Tone to come home and embrace Fat Joe, knowing that he was around us. Yes. See, y'all know Sugar Hill Tone from Rock. Some of you. Y'all know him from the stories of 141. Some of y'all know him from playing football with the football league thing. And then some of us know him for being on my block on 99th and Lex. With the likes of Rest in Peace Tone Lopez. With the likes of Rest in Peace Superman. With the likes of Rest in Peace Sweepy. Yeah. But anybody has a docket number in the paperwork. It's about, like I told you, you got people that's paralegals. Because you know what comes with that statement? A story, right? So now let's Google the actual person who's locked up for the crime. How much time I did? I did the first time I did 2.5 to 5. The second time I did 4.5 flat. See, I went to jail on 9.5. The first one, yeah. And and when I got caught on my block, that's around the time they was hunting for Titi for Ronald Acasio. Again, Google blind ad boys. So you gotta do is Google it. See, y'all behind the screen watching me talk. Google this. Blind ad boys. Watch it come up. Nasty boys. Wait a minute. Yeah, because it's public because people are getting used to this public opinion thing. So what happens is now in 2021, you can say anything online, bro. You see what Wack just did? Wack changed public. He beat individuals with public opinion. You know what I'm saying? So what are you gonna do? I'm gonna sit and argue with a bunch of people about some paperwork that nobody never heard about. You don't think that there's individuals that would have been really upset that Fat Joe got all these millions while he's sitting in the penitentiary and he don't do nothing for them? You know what I'm saying? But you know, this is what you do. You tear somebody because you see that he's winning not do hip hop no more, but just being Fat Joe because he's a media guy now. He's doing these IG da-da-da, IG. He got the vote deal, the King of New York, as in the media thing. So some people have a sense of, let me tear that apart. I just said that to Rod Digger yesterday. What's the new thing that when our kings begin to win, we must tear our kings down? Why is that? Why is that? You know what I'm saying? And I like what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? If we tear them down, we see Puffy winning by Puffy had to kill Biggie and Pop. Jay-Z winning, Jay-Z's a rat lover. You know what I'm saying? He Fat Joe, he begins to always he's winning again with another crowd. Okay, he told on some dudes that because I know he know him because they wrote graffiti together. Everybody wrote graffiti together. Shout out to FC, shout out to the Josh Five, shout out to Easy TDF, shout out to Spoken Kilo PC 131. They got busy. Rest in peace, Razo 131. A bunch of our shop TWB. Doesn't mean that because I was writing graffiti with the TWB crew, I was getting money with them. I was in Wash getting money with the TWB crew. No, not at all. A lot of street crews migrated from graffiti. There's a lot of crews that y'all see famous. They all was writers at one point in time. 80% of the crew. That's how New York ran. Fat Joe just had his little whatever he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not here to fight his case. What I'm here to say is I never heard that, and I was around. I would say what y'all call the ops. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go at nobody's content. I'm not going. I'm not saying what somebody gave you because, listen, I'm not doing none of that. What I'm saying is from what I remember. And that's just it. Like you said, everybody say, I don't know nobody. I want to stay in that lane. Zeke don't know nobody. Zeke said nobody. I love that lane because I was around a lot of individuals that never heard that one. You hear me? You'll never know. Only thing I do know is somebody's made Fat Joe the hottest guy on the internet right now because a bunch of dudes gonna make a bunch of reposts and a bunch of videos, and it all gonna work towards Joe because they said if I ain't gonna lie to you, if they would have said that Fat Joe was a rat, they'd have said like Boy George and them, yeah, maybe I would have listened to that. I'd have gave it some entertainment, or even the lynch mob. Yeah, the lynch mob, talk about the ones from Brook Ave, okay. Even crews that ran around Forest Ave, alright, but nasty boys. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Nah, son. That's not even, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I can't go with that, man. Because it has to be appeal with that paperwork. You know what I'm saying? That docket, they say the guy got forever and a day who he told on for taking it, for doing a hit. That guy eventually put the paperwork in. But better yet, why don't y'all Google the Nasty Boys case? It should come up with at least the hit and who they hit. And they better not say, and I swear to God, they better not say the Rudolph Wyatt situation. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Buzzy. Like I said, we got to we just as a people try to unfold. I feel like, Joe, I gotta defend myself because that one is woo. Huh? What? Like I told you, they just said Lynchmore, Brook Ave. Oh, I might entertain that. Well, because I know he was around those type of dudes. Boy George, yeah, those type of dudes. Nasty boys, that's that, yeah, because their situation over there was reckless. That was a reckless situation. There was too many dead bodies on that block. There was way too many homicides. When y'all saw that HBO special, Hunts Point, that's the Hunts Point they're talking about from the HBO special. Go back to the documentaries when they show Hunts Point, they're talking about that Hunts Point. Yo, Kareem Biz, you, yo, I'm trying to tell you, man, we done seen dudes falsified, declare their name. No one ain't told, bro. But like I said, Kareem, they say I don't know nobody, I'm a nobody. Um, so I'm gonna say that y'all take it for what it's worth. But that's what I'm saying. You got dudes that if we got dudes that can sit in the law library and get appeals, 200 years with these sentences. You don't think somebody can sit around with a little bit of people on the outside and doctor up some paperwork? You know what I'm saying? All you need is some love from the outside. But nowadays with JPay and emails and screenshots and a good photocopy of, oh my God, you hear me? Tell you, man. But it is what it is, man. Definitely salute to Roski. Definitely salute to No Cuban Link. You put that out there. And now we're just going to see if it's a real document. Because the story's got to make sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to tell you the story. I'm just going to tell you, since you want to talk about the Nasty Boys, why don't you Google their case? They ask you case, who they actually went to war with and why. And when you're like, damn, how does Zeke know some of these guys for? Because some of them used to be on my block. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that block, and I wasn't on money on Seneca and them getting money. I was I'm from the hill. You know what I'm saying? But I was around the Brian Ab boys top echelon because of my man. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, it's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? But check it. I gotta go back. I gotta go back to the camp. A story was popping. Was popping. That's just whatever. You know what I'm saying? The things that I see, the view I see. BS Bo. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, Fat Joe. Salute to UFO Steve. East Harlem in the building. Hilltop Music Group. TWB. You heard? That being said, peace.